I'll wait for you. I'll wait. Yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait for you. I'll wait. Yeah, I'll wait. Oh.
My name is Pastor Saint James Singleton, and welcome to our city church. This is Divine Events, biggest event center right now. We'll be using it for our city church. Man, it's crazy because I don't even know how I got here.
Tell us about Jigga.
Okay, well, Jigga was just, I was that street guy. I was in them streets, flashy, getting that money, doing the street thing, having the fun, so they just associated me with Jay-Z, so it was just really the street mentality and just getting money.
Mm-hmm.
So it started from, high school. I entered the drug game in high school, probably about 16. I was 16 when I first started selling drugs because I just wanted a better life for myself. I'm in the projects, I'm dirty, holes in my shoes, holes in my pants. And I'm in high school now and everybody in designer, they wearing
Tommy
gas,
Hilfiger.
when we was out there,
Yeah.
got gas, you know what I'm saying? They got the jumpers on, the Patrick Ewins, you know what I'm saying? So I just I'm like, dang, man. Mom's gave me $50 to go get something for school. And I'm looking like that 50 ain't gonna go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've been around drugs my whole life. It was just there because we're in the project, so that's my environment. So I ain't have to search, and I'm looking out the window every day, and I'm saying the dope man, he got knots like this. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out how he gonna fit in his pockets.
Right.
So, me being able to see that and articulate that, man, and already being familiar with it because when the police come, they be like, yo, hold this little man, because the police ain't gonna search no kid. So, I went to one of the guys I knew was selling drugs. I'm like, man, listen, I got 50, and he gave me enough to make 100. So when I made that first 100, I went and got some shoes. That's when shoes, man, you get a pair of shoes for $29. You know what I'm saying? It's over with now, you know? So I went and got a pair of shoes, some Chucks, and went and got another 50. So I got some pants, man, and then, once I got my wardrobe up and everything like that, and I got fresh shoes, clothes, and got little rings and stuff like that, I start understanding the math. So when I was getting 50 dubs, I was making $100. So once I get all my clothes again, I'm looking like, man, if I give them 100, then I made 200. So I made that 200. I'm like, man, if I give them this whole 2, I can make 4. So I started counting 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, 32, because whatever you spend, you're supposed to double. So that just took me to places that I never imagined. Even jail. I ain't imagined going to jail. I thought, you know what I'm saying, I was gonna be cool, but jail come with that too. It was 3 years in there, and it was life changing. But prior to that, been in the streets, been in special education, not really believing in yourself, because people around you will tell you you ain't gonna be nothing. You are already in an environment that is considered the bottom. You is drug infested, violent. Not too many successful people at the time, other than the drug dealers in the projects. So, I just was out there trying to get that money to make a living for myself, not to hurt nobody. I didn't realize I was hurting nobody too. I actually got locked up. I thought I was just working, you know what I'm saying, handling business, getting money. Heart always been good, my drug money I share with people in need. Back then, I'm gonna see somebody need some shoes, I go buy some shoes, a coat, or whatever I need to do. Man, it was just really about changing my appearance up for the most part. Man, I'm still in awe. Like, I can't believe. It's all God. The owner of the building not even in Cleveland, so to call me and say, man, I want to give you the building, like, that was like almost 30 days ago, and I'm still in awe of it. Come on in, let me show y'all around. All right, so I have to be real careful of how I build this thing because I'm building it with two focuses in mind. One is our city church, where we'll be having Sunday services up in here. And the reason I named it our city church is because when you put ours on there, we take responsibility for ownership. It's ours, we'll take care of it. So it's our city, our community, our neighborhood, our kids, our responsibilities.
You said you were in special ed classes.
Yeah.
What was that about? Because obviously you ain't.
I'm intelligent, man, you know what I'm saying? Right,
Right.
they played me, man. So what it was really is when I was in first grade, and the teacher, I remember the teacher telling my mom's like, well, James tried really hard, but he just can't understand, he don't get it. And from that point, they put me in special education. And so you have one person determine that I'm not capable of getting something, and then derail my whole life. Because really what it is she didn't have the tools to teach me.
Right.
You know, now that I'm older, I realize that there's multiple ways to teach somebody, and the way she was teaching me, I just couldn't comprehend it. I didn't pick up on it, and so when they put me in special education, there was no help. It was just from that point on, well, we just gonna give them all the answers to the questions and passing from one grade to the next grade to the point where I graduated without being able to read. You know, and then they tell you to go out and be successful. I wanted to be intelligent. I wanted to make good grades. I wanted to go to college and all that kind of stuff, but didn't have the tools to get me there. So 10,000 square feet, man, it's crazy. This is bigger than I ever imagined. I never even thought this big. If you would have asked me 6 months ago, could I see myself in here, and I probably would have told you no. So now, because God is expanding my thought process with how He's blessed me right here. So now I say, God, if you're gonna give me this right here, then what else you got for me? So this is all gonna be. It's gonna be a sanctuary on Sundays, but we about to do something new, something fresh, and something organic. Our city is hurting, our community is hurting, our kids are hurting, everybody is hurting all around us. So this place right here is gonna be dedicated to straight gospel church events. We're gonna create a place where you can come in here, sit down and have a meal catered with a live choir singing. And how I envision it is you invite somebody who don't even go to church and they going through some things inside their life. They come down and they sitting and eating a meal and somebody gets up and sing a gospel song that's dealing with their issues and their situations in life. The song hits them and they tearing up and they're emotional, but you got a place of believers ready to come grab hands and pray and get information and walk in life with them. And an organic place where real relationships can be developed. Because inside church, we in and out. You come hear the message and you gone, and I don't see you till next week. I don't want that for our city church. I want our city church to be family oriented, and I mean real family oriented. Everybody know each other's names. It may take some time, but if we seeing each other 2 or 3 times a week, 4 times a week, then we'll get familiar with faces and names and we can build organic relationships. So that's the vision for out here, to just give a real good experience. And I'm not trusting in myself. I will fail me. I will fail you. I'm trusting in God to do this thing through me. I understand that I'm a vessel that God wants to use and I'm allowing Him to use. So I walk y'all back here to give y'all a little tour about what's going on back here. And I haven't written anything down. The blueprint is in my head. I'm a visionary. I can go into space and see it and create it the way I see it in my mind.
He's talking about getting help with our programs that help youth. He's with our city church, and he's not representing or he's not being paid by anyone.
I need to give him some money.
How y'all doing in here?
good, I guess. Oh, okay. Listen, I don't have anything but love in my heart. A little disappointed, but more love than anything. Uh, I graduated high school without being able to read, educational diploma. I learned how to read in prison. I went to prison because I lived in a drug-infested neighborhood, and my role models was drug dealers and gangsters. Didn't ask for that environment, didn't ask to go to school and be there and attend there and not get the education that I need. I showed up, lived in the projects, and did what I knew how to do based off of what was in my environment. However, by going to prison was the best thing that happened to me because it allowed me to meet God and Him to begin to tell me about myself. So once I learned how to read, I decided that I wanted to do something special with my life. I wanted to mean something. I didn't want just to live. I wanted to put an imprint in this world. So what I did is I looked at my community and said that I need to make a difference. So for 9 years, I've been in the community, spending my own money, bringing kids in, teaching them how to do electrical, plumbing, drywall, framing. I wound up getting the whole block. Wound up getting the whole block, struggling to take care of it, and not pointing no fingers at nobody because I know we all got responsibility. And I can appreciate all of y'all. I think y'all are amazing people. And I know by being a pastor, the people that you help be the people that hurt you. I understand that as well, too. So the only thing I'm coming here is to ask for help with our community, right? Y'all need me in the community to make a difference. 40% of our youth are incarcerated. They playing sports that's not preparing them. Probably 2 out of 2 million wind up going to the NFL, something like that, right? So we creating programs with our city church that actually works in the community, not just for youth, but for any grown adults for absolutely free. Last year we figured out how to feed them, how to get transportation for them. If they needed shoes, we got them shoes. We went to get some shoes to one of the elementary schools. And we're just doing stuff that need to be done inside of the community. We're not complaining. We're not pointing fingers. We're not upset. We're not angry, because that's not a solution. A solution is to identify a problem and come together as a community and work it out together. And it has no color on there. It's no white or black issue. It's a people issue. And my heart is with people to be able to make a difference. So for 9 years, I was able to call Conwell. If I need him, that's my guy. I don't have no bad things to say about you. You defend my name every time somebody says something about me. Richard Starr, my guy in here, Jock, Angela. I appreciate everything they did for me, right? But we need to do more. We need to do better. There's no pointing no fingers. How can we make a difference without pointing fingers and out yelling and out hurting people? Thank you all for the time.
Thank you.
Learn how to read in prison. That's why I say prison was the greatest thing that could ever happen to me, because it allowed me to slow up long enough to really understand who I was as an individual. But when I got to prison, it wasn't just like, hey, I'm about to learn how to read now. It was an encounter. It was an encounter that I had with the Lord. The Bible says faith comes by hearing and hearing the word of God. So before I did anything, not looking for God, not asking God for anything, taking my punishment on the chin like a man. I sold drugs to get in there. Nobody pit me there. Self-accountability. I already knew what I was doing. I knew it was wrong. I knew one day I was going to get caught, and it was a possibility that I was going to go to jail. So I'm sitting in my reality based off of what I did. God didn't pit me there. But what he did is allow me to be there, because I could have got killed in the streets. A lot of people die in the streets. So I call it God's grace to allow me to see prison. That's his grace, because he could have let me go with everybody else, But so when I heard a conversation between two inmates talking about Saul on his Damascus road, he meet Christ, that kind of changed my life. So now at that point, I want to know who God is for myself. Throughout life, I hear about God and this and that, but if there was no relationship for real, there was no encounter, there was no part where I say, well, man, God has to be real, to the point where you test him for yourself. So now, after like about 6 months of going into the library and researching God and listening to spiritual tapes and trying to get a foundation on who God is, then I began to hear the voice in my head. We all hear, speak in our thoughts. So I tell God, I say, listen, if you teach me to read, I study your word. Mm-hmm. So I grabbed my Bible and, you know, I threw it on my chest because I thought God was just going, you know, wake me up in the morning and I'd be able to read. And it didn't work like that. So I'm looking like, dang, I ain't thinking that God wasn't real at that point, because I'm looking like, well, it must be something else. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, it ain't work like that. So, but I'm trying stuff because I want to know what's the method of it. You know what I'm saying? What's the recipe to get what I want from God? And I hear in my head, because I've been reading, and God can speak to you based off what's in you. And He said, faith without works is dead. I'm looking like, dang, what's that about? You know what I'm saying? So what that is God said, when you do your part, I'll do my part. In that order. So it was a hooked on phonics in the prison. So it was my part to go in there and use that thing. You know what I'm saying? So I grabbed the hooked on phonics and I put it on there, and I'm looking like I know all the alphabets, I know all the sounds, I know the consonants, I know the vowels. I just didn't know the rules of reading. Change starts where you at. And the first thing you got to do is accept the accountability of your actions. Man, you did that. I don't care if you was with somebody and 30 people told on you. They couldn't tell on you if you wasn't doing nothing. So the fact that you was doing it and you on way to jail, you got to wear that. And forgiveness, man, is a must. You know what I'm saying? Not for them, but for you. Because without forgiveness, you putting yourself in the prison anyway. Every time you think about what that person did to you, it's going to do something to you. And you got to let all that stuff go. Go do your time. But while you up in there, make your time count. Ain't no sense of sitting up in there playing and having fun and you ain't producing nothing. You gonna come out the same way. Get up in there. If they got something to offer, GD, any kind of programs, man, you get involved in that for yourself. If not, you make sure you find something in there where you got time enough to say, well, I got 5 years, and you get you a 5-year plan of what you're gonna do when you get out. Because right now, as hard as that time may seem, man, that's some time that you ain't gonna never get back. Use that time, but it's like, you got 5 years of somebody about to take care of you. Yeah, they're gonna tell you what to do, but they're gonna feed you, they're gonna clothe you, they're gonna take care of all the bills. All you gotta do is go there and just do what you do. So you got 5, 6 years, 7 years to be in the books, to work out, to get your mental together, man, to relax. If you coming out, you should have did it already. Make sure it fit in this piece. Filling these spaces in. They always say the church ain't doing nothing for the community. And I want to be able to teach them how to fit in his work.
How'd you get into this work?
Man, you know what? I can't really say.
Because you done did a lot. You've been a photographer. You've been like,
It's organic. It's organic. Just having the mindset of trying. I say, you know what? Man, this floor messed up. It's in my house. I don't have the money to fix it. Let me try it. I'm gonna try it and see how it comes. Because the worst case scenario for myself is I got to call somebody and pay. You know what I'm saying? I tried it, it ain't work. Okay, let me pay them. But before I pay somebody, I'm gonna try it first. And then when I was trying, I'm looking like, yo, I ain't paying nobody never to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying everything. And honestly, that's how I got good. Like electrical, plumbing, drywall, framing, porch, deck, simply by trying. People like, hey, can you do that? Never done it a day in my life. I'm like, yes. How much you gonna pay me? And so the money was, of course, the motivation. But I never thought I was gonna make money doing this. So just trying it, just looking at stuff and said, hey, they got 8 screws in it. The measurements is this. That I probably can do that. If you got a toolbox and you got a hammer in there, you got a screwdriver, you got some pliers, you got a tape measure, and some other things, and all you using is your hammer, and you talking about something, you ain't successful, you hungry, man, that's on you because you ain't using your gifts. Man, some of us multi-gifted. You can speak well, you can work with your hands, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you got, learn yourself, learn how to use your gifts and your abilities, because your gifts and your abilities is what's gonna make you be successful in this world. My mentality when I came home is, if you don't give me no job, I'm gonna start my own business. If you don't give me no apartment, I'm gonna go buy my own house, because don't nobody owes you nothing. You look around this world and you see a lot of successful people without education. They just had determined minds of, I'm gonna be successful, and that's the first thing that you got to be able to do, is speak it first and then believe it. I'm gonna be successful. Now once you speak it and then you believe it, then you got to do the work. So right here, it's gonna be the kitchen area. We're already in the framing process. Now indirectly, I framed this, but directly, I didn't frame it.
What do you mean by that?
I was about to say, I'm like, well, that's confusing. How you indirectly frame it, but directly you don't frame it? As I taught individuals how to do it. I took my time and I trained them on how to do it, so technically I get credit for the work they do. And that's what happens when you help people. You don't devalue yourself, you value yourself more. You make yourself worth more when you take the time out and pour into other people's life and show them how to do something. Most people think when you help somebody or you give them resources, then you hurt yourself. But while they was doing this, I was able to sit down and rest for a little while, because I taught them this, and this needed to be done. If I didn't teach them how to do this, then I would have had to do it myself. So I was able to rest simply because I invested in other people. Don't ever stop investing in people. I think I got licensed probably 4 years out of prison. I think I was home about 4 or 5 years. I want to say maybe 2006 I got licensed.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
What made you take that route?
It's something I picked for myself, man. I never in a million years thought that I would be preaching the word of God. I thought I was gonna be selling drugs for the rest of my life. I thought I was gonna be a kingpin, you know, living in the big mansion with the jacuzzi tub in the middle of the floor, you know. But man, God got a way of doing what He want to do, you know, and He'll turn the switch on for you and allow you to see yourself. And if you can really see yourself, and what I mean by that, to be able to see what He put inside you. So we all created beings. I don't know who you believe in, but it's only one God. So, and if you believe that you created, then we create things with purpose. You know what I'm saying? So we all created with purpose. So what we do is, and this is what tends to get us in trouble. So I could try to be like you and do what you do, what God put in you, but then I'm suffering because He gave that for you. You know what I'm saying? Your abilities, your talents are for you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to mimic you and not use mine. And I'm gonna be suffering, but you're gonna be perishing. I mean, flourishing and have great success. And I'll be looking like, God, like, why are you blessing him and not me? Because I'm not using my gifts. So I had to learn how to, what's for me, who I am as an individual, what's my natural gifts, what's my natural talents, what's my natural abilities, what I'm good at, you know what I'm saying? And then becoming great at it. So, man, preaching was in me when I was in the streets. Like, I didn't get high because when I smoked weed, I began to preach. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking like, man, we killing our people. I'm selling drugs and I'm smoking weed. Like, man, we killing our people, man. We selling drugs. I'm at my house like, man, we need to go flush all our drugs down. So they looking like, man, you ain't never getting high with us. You get high with us no more, man. So yeah. I was trying to put some skills in their hands because I know around 12 years old, they want their own money. And if we're not teaching them something, then they gonna go out in the streets and figure out a way how to make money. And we know the streets don't care about nobody. So to prevent them from going out there stealing cars, selling drugs, robbing people, I say, hey, let me come over here and teach you how to do something that you can make more money out in here than out there. The reason our kids do what they do is because, one, we don't have nobody pouring into their life, man. So my heart was like, I want to be the solution to it.
Right. So you solving the problems that you had as a kid.
Absolutely, yeah. The things that I needed as a kid, that I wanted as a kid, I said, I'm gonna give it to everybody that I can. This is what I wanted, this is what I needed. So all of those desires for myself, including strong mentorship, a man that loves you, that want to pour into you and give and see you win, I said, I'm giving that because that's what I wanted. I wouldn't do anything over just because everything that I've been through made me the man that I am today. I don't like everything that I went through. You know what I'm saying? I absolutely don't like it. I don't like some of the kids' mothers that I got. But that too, man, that helped me become a solid man on a foundation, man, because some of the women made it difficult, but the difficulty is what make us strong. You know what I'm saying? Give us that balance, you know what I'm saying, to be able to live on earth, man, because if we don't go through those difficult moments in life, man, when some stuff comes, we gonna collapse.
What was the most difficult thing for you?
Man, the most difficult thing,
I know in hindsight things don't seem that bad. Once you get through it, you're like, man, that wasn't it.
yeah, but I thought prison would have been the most difficult thing, but it wasn't. The most difficult thing was having the expectation of people and them failing you. I think that's the most difficult thing that we face in life is our own expectations of people, man. You know what I'm saying? Me expecting because you my brother or you my father or you my friend that you gonna have my back, that you gonna be here for me, that we good, and all this kind of stuff, and only find out like those people that I had that expectation for could never meet that expectation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because even though you was my brother, you was my sister, you was my father, the father, you was never a father, it wasn't in you. You was having sex and making babies, but you never had a plan on being a father. You know what I'm saying? And because we come from the same mother, don't mean that we like-minded. You know what I'm saying? And you can be in the same household and jealous of your own.
Family is absolutely important because family is family, right? Family is who you was born into. But it goes deeper than that. Family is who you were born into, and it should be. Although family is flawed and messed up, and all of us got issues and we fall out, at the end of the day, that's still family. But man, the people that you meet in life that organically love you and cling to you and grab hands with you and help you, man, they family. They just as much as family, if not more family, than the ones you're born into. So yeah, family is actually, sticking together is important. Working together is important. So of course family is important. We created to be a family-oriented people. So yeah, family is everything.
I would say, man, you do not have to do anything illegal to be successful. I would tell them you are great, intelligent, you are amazing with your hands, that is so much the world got to offer you. Just don't lose courage, faith, go after it with everything you got. Don't give up on yourself, and be ready for difficulties because they gonna come. You know what I'm saying? But those difficult moments is gonna shape you, it's gonna prepare you, it's gonna strengthen you, and have you ready for this world. Know who you are, because if you don't, then people will be able to tell you who you are, and you'll believe them. Study yourself. Study what you're good at, your thought process, the places that you want to go. Believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because man, the world is what you want it to be. As long as you really put that work in. You really put that work in, you can.
Yeah.
It's yours. Whether you believe in God or not, you see spiritual principles in place. And so this analogy right here is, if I got some seeds in my hand, you know, and I put them on this concrete, and I throw water on it, I don't care if I pray to God. I'm gonna just have wet seeds. You know what I'm saying? But if I take them same seeds and I put them in dirt, put water on it, I don't even have to ask God nothing. I ain't gotta pray for that because I'm doing what He say do, and it's gonna grow. So learn to plant your seeds in good ground. You know what I'm saying? None of this stuff we got on earth it's all a lease. It don't belong to none of us. Nobody gonna take it with you when you die. It's all gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean to be reckless with your spending, because you should be able to leave something to your generation behind you, your kids, your grandkids, and all that kind of stuff, generational wealth. But learn principles that govern the world. You reap what you sow. We hear that in a negative sense all the time. Like, you still in the car, somebody gonna kill you. But if you doing good and you still are giving out good seeds, you loving people, you giving away money, you know what I'm saying? You doing whatever on the good side. All that stuff got to come back because it's a universal law. You know what I'm saying? You reap what you sow.
Right.
So sow seeds, good seeds. That's what the Bible say. Sow good seeds,
Right.
so you can get a good harvest. You know what I'm saying? And be good to people, love people, forgive people for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And just be genuine. Be true to who you are. That's it.
All right. Thank you.
My God.
Thank you.